guys had a couple opportunities. What did you make of the chances you did create? Did you feel like it was enough?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did enough to get a goal. Some really dynamic set pieces. Obviously, Cloutine got on the end of a couple, so that was disappointing in some ways, but they're hard to create, and it's hard to finish. So yeah, I know the result isn't what we would ever want, but I thought we played well. Yeah.
They were really pushing when they finally got that goal. Just what were they doing to kind of put up so much pressure? How do you feel like you guys responded?
Yeah, the system matchup, and like they throw a lot of numbers forward, so we knew that we were going to be under pressure a lot, and it was going to be hard to maintain possession. And get your rhythm. So they're really good at sitting in pockets of space. They're a seasoned veteran team that knows how to win championships. And I think that they just took advantage of us in space quite a bit. And we had a hard time kind of adjusting defensively at times to cover that much ground with that many numbers up top.
Last few minutes, you guys really pushed too. Do you like the fight you guys showed to the end there?
No doubt. I mean, I think that's something we can be proud of and we can kind of hang our hat on, is like we fought till the end and we created some of our best chances in the last 10 minutes. So again, like all I really care about right now is the mentality, and you're going to get results for sure when you play hard and you play with the right mentality. And this was just a really even game. It went back and forth. Both teams had good chances, and that's just kind of, soccer is a cruel sport in some ways, so.
You talked about the mentality coming into this game. Based on what you saw from both halves from your team, do you feel like you guys brought the right mentality?
I do. I think we were a little bit shocked in the beginning, in the first, middle 10, 15 in the first half, where we were adjusting to their numbers coming forward. But I think we showed up in the way that I would want us to show up, and they battled, and I don't think anyone took a play off, and we went into tackles hard. We invited contact in some ways, and we knew that they were going to be, an older team that had more experience, and they played really well. So it was, I thought it was a great matchup.
Yeah, they were a team that played very aggressively, seemed to control a lot of the pace. What does a game like this teach your team going ahead into the rest of the season?
Yeah, we were just talking as a staff, and we're like, we can watch their film and actually look at the things that they did really well and show our team. So yeah, I think it just goes to show, we talk a lot about your movement off the ball and where to take advantage and exploit teams, and it's really just about identifying space and what your opposition's doing. So for us, I think it's going to be useful film in showing, how they play and how they sat in pockets and how they were able to move us out to draw another player in. So it was a good matchup. We're going to learn a lot and a lot of growth. Like I said, I want to get better every single day and every single game. And even though the result wasn't what we wanted, I think we got a little bit better tonight. So.
You had 5 corners in the first half alone. How just excited does that make you for this offense and the growth that they're going to make for us this season?
Great. We're starting to make some better decisions to generate those corners. I think, in the first couple games of the season, we were taking shots that we didn't really have any business taking, when I was showing, we just got to work for a corner in that situation. So I think some of the decision making, there's a lot of growth that's taking place, and they're identifying different situations where we can be more dangerous off a corner rather than serving a ball or trying to hit a shot with no angle.
New Mexico came out sort of firing on all cylinders in the second half. What adjustments are you sort of looking to make heading forward?
It kind of depends, to be honest, because it's system to system or matchup to matchup. So they play a really unique system. I don't know if we'll find that again. I know our opponent on Sunday doesn't necessarily play that way. So I don't know necessarily adjustments. I know we're excited to get a couple players back that are, on injury right now. We could have used a couple of them today, just numbers, just a little bit more athleticism and speed on the field. So we'll be excited to have them back on Sunday. So those will be some of the adjustments we'll make. Yeah.
Taylor was limping quite a bit there towards the end of the first half. Is everything okay with her? Was it sort of up the team?
we're a little I don't want to say damaged right now, but we've got some cuts and bruises, but they're tough. We got a really tough group of girls that want to play, and they're willing to play through it. And Tay is one of the toughest players. She's a great leader, great role model, and just doesn't want to come off the field. She wants to win games for her team. So that was her choice. I didn't tell her to stay on, but yeah, no, she's
real
excited.
injury.
Yeah, no, she's okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Anything else for Coach?
Felt like Abella and Jade kind of had their fingerprints all over this game. Kind of with those two and the familiarity you have with them, what do you kind of look for them, I guess, to lead by example in matchups like these?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously know each other very well, and I know what they're capable of, and it's really about the other players adjusting to their strengths, making better runs and their timing. And again, we're 5 games in, we're still learning how how each other plays and what's their strength and what's their weaknesses, and do I play this certain player into backspace or does she want the ball to feet? And so we're still learning those nuances of the game that become really, really important the higher level that you go. So again, we're making progress. I thought our runs in the box to get on the end of Jade's service was a lot better than they've been in previous games. So there's some growth right there. But yeah, Hunter's so good off the dribble. She was really dynamic for us. And yeah, we got big expectations for her. She knows that. So I'm not telling you anything she doesn't know. But yeah.